Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Rayon from CZT, JooHee, Shim. And I hope I pronounced that correctly. Okay, this is a neat border tangle, and I'm just going to draw a sort of curved line, but know that this could go on any line that you have. So say you've done your four corners border, or the four corners, the frame, or border, your string, and you want to do something a little bit different on your string or on the borders. This could be kind of fun to do. So like I said, I'm just going to draw a little bit of an arch in here, and then I'm going to just do circles. But in the step out, and it's on Tangle Patterns, the link is in the description, you could do different shapes. Or you could do a combination of shapes. And so do take a look there to see just some extra options. So I like to start in the middle and then work my way out to the sides. You could start at one end and go to the other. That's up to you. But this one, and I'm just going to do orbs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw over, which a lot of times in my head I'm like, oh, but we always draw under. No, we don't always draw under. Sometimes there's some neat things that can happen when you draw over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go about, let's say, a third of the way in from the side, and I'm going to start another one. And what I'm doing is I'm putting my pen on the line where I want to start the orb, so that way I'm a lot more assured that, well, if I've started in the right place, then that's good. The other side is fine. Okay, and then let's do a partial over here too, since I'm going off. Oh yeah, and turning the tile, which is a good habit to get into. And then same thing, starting where I want to have that orb placed. And we call them orbs because there's just too much pressure involved in doing circles. All right, and then going off the edge here. So, I mean, that's kind of neat in and of itself. But what we're going to do is we're going to do a bunch of aura-ing. So all of these little areas, I'll just start in the middle, all the little sections, it's an aura and a fill-in. Up to you. I'm just going to aura first, so that way, especially for those, if you're new to Zentangle, aura-ing is essentially tracing, as you can see. And so I'm outlining. I don't know why I say tracing a lot. Well, I guess it's, thinking about it, I guess it's because I'm tracing but at a distance. Which would be outlining, wouldn't it? But I'm aiming to get the contour of the shape that, of the line that I'm aura-ing. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. I'll tell you one thing that's key with it is to go slow. Actually, if I catch myself doing this, or not catch myself, I make myself, it's like, just slow down and watch the pen tip. And just focusing on that pen tip and it moving. I picture, trying to think of, I was doing this earlier as I was playing with this, and I decided, because these are little spaces and it's sometimes hard to aura in these little spaces, but I just thought, I'm just going to follow my pen as if I'm watching a show, and I'm just, watching that pen moving slowly across the page and just staying at that distance. And if I can do that, besides that it's kind of neat feeling, it also ends up with a good result. So that could be something, just putting your focus right on that pen and just watching the ink coming out from one side of it, as it's traveling on the paper. And I don't know why, I have kids shows in my head, so like a lot of times, when you watch a How It's Made or something like that, and they'll get down to a real close level, say, and and show something. And that's, I think, where my brain goes, and I always like those kind of things. And yeah, it's just neat. Now, here's something about this that I noticed. It's like if you do a decent job with the aura-ing, part of me thinks, oh, well, here's what a lot of me's thinking at the moment. I'm doing it really big on a gray or a tan tile, something, a toned tile. Doing it with the white jelly roll, and then if you shade strategically, you get the, like we call it, the embossing, or I call it anyway, the embossing technique. So it looks like those lines are raised up as if it was really embossed. It gives that illusion. Like I said, if you shade strategically, and it's not necessarily anything hard. It's just it takes a little bit of thought and of course some practice just to get it the way you want it. But I'm picturing that this could be kind of neat, even leaving the these little sections, just leaving them aura'd. That could be kind of neat. And I share that because we learn the tangles. What is it? You learn the rules, and then you can break the rules. So we learn a tangle, and then you can throw your own creativity in there, and and have fun with it. I like to make sure to keep the spirit of the tangle, not going too far out, but honoring it, we should say. All right, then the next step is to fill these in. And like I said, you don't have to fill them in. I'm going to fill them all in black, although I'm going to fill in these little ones first because part of me is thinking, you could, and because I want to see what it looks like with just these little bits filled in. Because the bigger section, you could maybe do something else. For instance, putting a texture in, or like little orbs, like tipple, the tangle tipple, or straight lines in those, or if you draw these big enough, or have a good enough hand and you can draw really small, there's probably some little tangles that you could do inside one, maybe like a flux or something like that. I don't know. It's one of those up to your imagination. But I just want to see here, and then I think we'll do the pause game. Oops, some little spaces there. And one thing too, let me add about the fill-in. See, just that alone looks neat. You could leave it just like that and be fine. And ooh, you know what? I think I just might do that. I think I just might, because on the step out it shows the other. You see that on the beginning slide. And let me fix something here really quick. It looks like it got a little out of focus. Oh, so much nicer. Let's just do this. Let's put a little graphite on the top of these. I hope you like it when I change my mind all of a sudden. But you don't know what was on my mind, so it should be all good, right? And it's fun to play. It really is. And I'm just spreading this in towards the center a little bit. After I did this side, I was like, well, no, I'll just do both sides. Bringing it into the center. Because I could have done, at first I was thinking, I should have done the other side, so that way, if I do it again, I can always try that, if I like the way this looks. Then sometimes you can picture, here's what it would look like if I did it, one of these the opposite direction. Ooh, that looks really, really neat. Okay, like that. And then what it does is it kind of gives, a shine and a bit of an arch to that. So that's kind of cool. It might look equally cool if I had flipped this and put the graphite, on the top here and shaded it down. It just ends up with having a different look. So how fun is that? So I can picture lots of options, and again, check the description section. And you might have I've been finding on YouTube that it seems like there's a little arrow that you have to click on, say the right side, kind of in line-ish with the title. It doesn't say, oh, here's the description section. It's like you have to click around to find it. So hopefully you'll find that. And then the comments also, so feel free to leave comments if you wish. But I want you to check out the description section so you can see the links to the step outs. And also, if you are interested in connecting, I do a combination of free classes and paid classes. Well, they're mostly free. I do something once a week. I call it Tangle Time, and where we just explore a tangle and have a lot of fun with it. We'd love to have you join us. I have some replays posted on the YouTube channel here, so if you could check those out and see if you think you might enjoy joining in, we would love to have you. So if you liked it, would love to have a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe. That helps me out a lot. And yeah, and with that, thanks so much for watching. It was a fun tangle, and I wish you happy tangling.